Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Change Leader Forum of MARG. In 2025, we've started the Spotlight series, and the Spotlight is on you, change leaders, who are sharing their stories, their successes, trials, and tribulations in the journey to change success. AI, ERP, M&A, and the subsequent culture shifts. We are discussing all these things in details. Today, in the episode 2 of the Spotlight series, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Sheila Tripathi. Sheila is the Assistant Vice President, AI Consulting and Digital Engineering at EXL. With 19 plus years of expertise, she's no doubt a pro in leading strategic initiatives to success of the organizations and also driving growth with digital transformation, program management, and strategic change management. Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you, Sudeshna, for the kind introduction and for having me here today. I'm excited to be part of this forum and look forward to exchanging ideas on leading change management during organizational AI journey.
Thank you, Sheila. You are going to talk about something which is like the topic of this century, I would say, is AI. I think it will be something which will kind of, take us to the real transformation of this century. So with that, jumping into the questions. So considering that the fact that you see most of the changes are with technology and process these days, with respect to the complexity of the changes, how would you kind of view AI-driven changes?
At least I feel lucky to be part of this era and witnessing this huge disruption and the transformation. And there's so much that's yet to happen in this domain, definitely. So yes, AI is accelerating faster than ever. Now AI is not just a buzzword. It's a powerful tool driving efficiency, innovation, and better decision-making across industries. We are witnessing transformative impact on AI, technology, and processes as well. I can say AI-driven changes are about transforming how we work and innovate. Embracing these changes thoughtfully can lead to a more efficient, innovative, and equitable future.
Since the number of changes which are falling under this umbrella of AI-driven changes, success of these changes, how much are they people dependent?
It depends really, and it varies, and it depends on the use case, the complexity of the solution that we are going to implement, the industry, and scale and regulation requirements. So there are multiple factors that would define whether it's highly people dependent, moderate people dependent, or low people dependent. But yes, if it's going to be a large scale implementation organization-wide, which is going to impact entire or most of the organization, then yes, a lot of it is people dependent. There are studies which shows I can recall one of the BCG studies, an article where it says 70% of AI adoption success depends on people and processes, while technology and other areas account for 30%. So yes, that's also true in some sense. But when we talk about AI implementation, a huge part of it, and I would say a key criteria to success is also adoption and usage, which is highly dependent on the people side, how we prepare our people to embrace the change, to get ready for adoption. And, in the AI area, we can say that it requires a complete mindset shift towards the AI, since it is important to understand how AI is going to enable them and make efficient, and not necessarily it's going to disrupt their standard way of working.
True. Because as you said from that study, it showed very clearly that we were all under the oppression that somebody else will do it, something in the algorithm of AI and it will just happen. But it is, as you said, if the organization has to benefit, it has to be like a large scale adoption, which is kind of makes it so highly dependent on people. So with this, do you see the AI experts while doing the implementations, or the leaders that on that matter, taking into account while doing the planning or designing the solution?
Maybe I can quote another precise research extract here, like integrating artificial intelligence is a top priority for CISO leaders today. Mm-hmm. So by all accounts, AI's capability to automate process and enhance decision making should be creating tremendous ROI for companies. Yet while individuals are eager to use AI, precise research shows that 56% of organizations face human factors as one of their primary challenge in AI implementation. So for leaders these days, even I am witnessing that change management is becoming their top priority. Taking care of the people side of it, getting their workforce ready for the transformation is getting on their top list to address.
Because if you need to do the success, then you have to kind of not only, as we say, build the solution for the organization, but also make the organization ready for the solution. So with that, then success of AI-driven changes, do you see the metrics and measures a little differently, or how will you measure a AI-driven change? And if you can explain all of this with an example, it's up to you how you would like to explain this to us.
Yes, so when we talk about AI-driven changes or AI-based solutions, there are specific metrics that we should measure, and that would definitely define the success of the implementation or the entire transformation in the organization. So success of AI-driven changes require balance of people, process, and technology. And organizations must focus on change management, upskilling employees, and aligning AI with business goals. With that, I can call out some of the key success metrics that usually are used for measuring the success for any AI-based solutions or AI-driven changes. Top of that would be like adoption and engagement. So how employees and customer are accepting the AI-driven processes. Then your efficiency gains or operational efficiency, you can say, like if there is a reduction in the manual process or manual work, your cost savings, your improved productivity, etc. And then another key metric, I would say the accuracy and performance. So these AI-based solutions are training model-based precisions, right? So there could be error rates, there could be predictive reliability. So there are a lot of analytics, semantic similarities, and all of that which should be considered, which will define like how accurately your AI solution is performing. So that also remains the key metric. And then, of course, another important is ethical and regulatory compliance. So we all have responsible AI framework that organization implement while managing any kind of AI-based solutions and governance framework to ensure that we have human AI collaboration, strong governance, and continuous learning and adaptation as well. So those are some of the things I would say which are key matrices, which definitely one should keep in mind while implementing the AI solution to make sure that we can measure the success.
We are coming to adoption and usage again and again, and it shows how much people would be required to look at AI in a much like a friendly manner than rather like it is going to take away something from you, which is usual nowadays we see. What data goes into it, right? The sanctity of that is so very important. And I think that also has a great human element to it in that role. So in all this perspective, would you like to share an example as how you have done one AI, like a complete end-to-end project for adoption, focusing on adoption and usage?
Yeah, let me give you an example. Like one of the solutions that has been implemented, let's say there's a compliance report enabling users to create initial draft of the reports, which is compliant with business guidelines, and initiate automated workflow for reviews and approvals, right? So then how we measuring the adoption metrics for an AI based solution involves like tracking various key performance indicators or criteria basis which we can define whether it's working fine and we are getting the desired output and it is creating value for the business. So within AI solution, I would say some of the metrics we can easily track through some of the analytics which are available within the solutions, like from back-end or front-end dashboards and analytics. So one of those items like which we very closely tracked was user engagement metric. So like how many active users are there, how many people are going there and using the solution. And then what is the frequency, how often they are going and utilizing the tool for their day-to-day process. And then like what is the average handling time or average usage time that they are spending using the AI solution. So all of that will help me to understand the rate of adoption, right? Like how people are actually utilizing the tool. And when I further go deep into that analytics, it will also give me a visual like which functions or areas an integrated solution which is used by multiple domains or functions, then which area, which geography, which leaders span are showing the high adoption or are the top users, where there are challenge, where do we see low adoption, and then we can further take an action or create some focused strategy to manage those kind of situation, or I would say challenge, to understand better if we need to tweak something in our approach, something else we need to build within the solution, and to get more insight. This is one way to track one of the metrics related to adoption. There are multiple ways and multiple things that we can try to gather more data and insights. And then once we have a clear understanding of how the systems are performing, how the adoptions are going, we can definitely take the corrective and right action, or we can be sure that we are on right track.
So then how would you like to sum up the future or current? What do you see the role of AI, role of change management in AI implementation?
It's crucial. So effective change management is critical to the successful adoption of AI solution. Engaging the team early, creating awareness, significantly increase your chances and rates to successfully complete the transition or the implementation. So continuous engagement and involving key business representative in the design and strategy phase helps to identify and resolve barriers to adoption. So engage people early and engage throughout the journey. And we have proven technologies and methodology, like tools and methodology, like one of them is, my favorite is EDGAR, right? Helps to succeed in any of the AI implementation when it comes to managing the people side of change. So of course, we have the best practices that we should definitely implement and embed whenever we are starting with any AI journey. And that's like for all the organization. And we also prioritize this to ensure that we have an integrated, seamless approach when it comes to managing people and managing the technical side of the AI implementation.
Thank you, Sheila. That is kind of really, really insightful. That, the myths around AI being like, algorithm-driven tech thing, not my thing, is no longer a reality, because it all depends on how I will use it in my day, every day. How will I integrate it? And organizations are looking at its employees to do it that way, right? Integrate in their day, and there lies the success. And hence, the people side of change becomes very, very important. Thank you, Sheila, for your time and sharing these things with our audience. I think they have gained a lot from today's episode. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudeshna. It's my pleasure to be part of this discussion.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this. And please keep watching the Change Leader Forum, and we shall bring you more episodes of the Spotlight series. Thank you.